What? Kind of does resemble a lion a little bit.
What the hell is that?
Definite face in the moon. Looks like it's some stuff that's coming off of the moon.
Second moon also represents the reawakening of ancient energies from the civilization like Lemuria and Atlantis.
Or is our second moon? Ta-da!
Nibiru out front, and that's the million miles. It's millions of miles of debris.
Guys, we got another interesting one. All types of weird and strange theories going on. Stuff that is definitely disturbing that really needs to be brought to the light. So without further ado, let's dive into these disturbing videos. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're a new subscriber, boy, you're in for a surprise. I got so many other bangers you can go back and watch. But nevertheless, let's dive into this one.
Is Earth really about to get a second moon? Or is Revelation 21 starting to fulfill itself? And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all their tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he sat upon the throne and said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. Now, some of you are going to call this event the rapture. Others of you are going to call this ascension. But I can tell you this, the body in which you have right now, you might not have for too much longer, because all things old will be passed away and created anew. Is Earth really about to get a...
That's interesting how he said that. I do feel like I recently went through a metamorphosis on my last 3 weeks. That I just was having a rough time. You know, the best way I can put it, someone in the comments said that, you know, you were evolving, going through a metamorphosis. So definitely can be being prepared for something in the future. Let me know your guys' thoughts below. Get your temple right.
Stop scrolling real quick, family. Listen up. It's my perspective on everything that's going on right now. So we got news where they talking.
Hold on, is that Hulk hitting a Henny bottle? What is going on? And he got a blunt in his mouth? That's the last thing we need, is Hulk hitting a Henny in the blunt? Oh my goodness. Hulk said, I'm over the games. Bro, you wild for that shirt. Oh my God.
Talking about we're going to have a quote-unquote second moon in our sky starting September 29th. 7 days from today, right? Now, there have been a lot of sinkholes lately. Tons of sinkholes. And sinkholes are formed by magma building up, right? Earth has a magnetic field. Now, I've been a firm believer and seer. Nibiru is an actual planet that comes into our solar system every so often. So this could actually be one of Nibiru's moons or part of that asteroid belt that's coming through. Now, you would think that even just the headline, 2 moons, it would be on the front cover of every newspaper, the top storyline of every news channel. And the fact that they said that's an asteroid, a literal asteroid, right? Regardless of the size, the fact that it's going to be in Earth's orbit. You think that's just a lone asteroid coming? Y'all see the climate change happening? Yeah, whether it be man-made, manipulated, whatever you think it might be, it could also be the fact that Nibiru's getting closer. And everything that is in its magnetic pull comes along with it. So yeah, that's just my observation, because a lot of weird stuff is going on a planetary level, cosmic level. And I mean, do y'all see the scripts? Like, yo, there's stuff that happened this year that never ever happened in the history of man. All in 1 year. I'm not talking about 1 or 2 events. We talking about hundreds of events. Some shit about to change. That's all I'm saying. This ain't no fear mongering. I'm just observant and using my discernment. Maybe you should too. Peace of love.
I promise you've never seen the moon do this before.
The moon is not what we are told it is, and this video is going to prove it. Keep watching if you want to see irrefutable proof. The moon is not a rock in space. The moon is not a spherical rock floating in space. It's a focal point of electromagnetic plasma that's being projected into reality. This video was taken by a Russian astronaut. It got scrubbed off the internet because it exposes the heliocentric lie. It doesn't matter how you look at a solid spherical three-dimensional object because you can't make it appear two-dimensional. Therefore, this proves you've been lied to about where you live your entire life.
My eclipse video I just dropped, how that 33-degree Mason says that it reflects off the black sun in the middle of the earth, that definitely would make more sense of how possibly it could be made of plasma. I'm just saying, for entertainment purposes only. This could be it going out, slowly going out of plasma.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and follow at Mike Priest ARR for more content like this.
Lately, people have been recording 2 moons in the sky. This was filmed somewhere over England. Look, that's 2 moons. That's not 1 moon, that's 2. How is that possible? And it's not the only video. Here's another one. 2 moons in the sky. What is going on? Why are there 2 moons now, huh? What's next? UFOs getting out over the US? Lately, people have been recording 2 moons in the...
Come on, cheesehead. This ain't Independence Day? Or is it?
What is this mysterious object they call the second moon? Is it Nibiru? Did the Anunnaki finally come back to the solar system to save some of us? Maybe this is the reason why the elites are panicking, because this second moon is really Nibiru. They've been tracking it for 21 days and yet you don't tell the public? So many people believe that solar eclipse that happened in April was nothing. What if I told you that solar eclipse was leading up to the lunar eclipse and the second moon? We are at the end of this matrix and the Anunnaki is returning to save some of us, but not all of us. This world is about to reset. Hollywood tried to tell you.
This planet is dying. The human race is killing it.
So you've come here to help us?
No, I didn't.
You said you came to save us.
I said I came to save the Earth.
You came to save the Earth. From us. You came to save the Earth. From us.
We can't risk the survival of this planet for the sake of one species.
What are you saying?
If the Earth dies, you die. If you die, the Earth survives.
What is this mysterious object they call the second moon? Is it Nibiru? Did the Anunnaki finally come back to the solar?
What movie was that? That was interesting.
For those of you who don't know, the first civilization to have come out of the Ice Age and create civilization the way we know it, called the Sumerians. The Sumerians had the first of many things, but one of the big things, it was the first language, written language. It was called cuneiform. In that first written language, they wrote a very detailed story about our beginnings. And in there was the story about the planet Nibiru and its inhabitants, the Anunnaki. I've been saying it for a very long time, that it's coming back. It's I'm not going to get into details with you now as to what that all means, but it's coming back. And I didn't anticipate seeing this footage that I found today that was filmed at the end of May 2024. But here it is. Nibiru was captured on camera at the end of May 2024. It's huge, it's looming, and it's here. Their chemtrails and their fake sun couldn't mask this getting caught on film. And I'm bringing it to you all so you're very aware that all the extreme weather events we're having across the world, all the crazy stuff that we're seeing in the skies, it's real, and it's being caused by Nibiru and its traveling planets, and the planets that travel with it. And we really need to be prepared, because this is not something to take lightly. Nibiru comes with the cataclysms, it comes with the pole shift, and it comes with the Anunnaki who created us, and they're back. So what are we going to do about that? What are we going to do about that? Nothing. At least be prepared and be aware. Stop ridiculing it. That's what I'm saying. So what I ask is for you to look to the skies before you deny. Look up and see if you can see it for yourself. Get your cameras ready. Point your phones up in the sky and try to get this on film, and then talk about it. Start sharing the word Nibiru with your friends and your family, and start preparing for what's coming, because what's coming is going to be devastating. And this is not me saying this. This is the civilization that existed thousands of years ago that first wrote about it, the Sumerians. We can't ignore what the first civilization with the first writings and the first story of our creation told us. The planet Nibiru is inhabited. They were the ones who created us to be their slave race. That's right, that's what I'm saying. They created us to be their slave race, and they're back. When has that ever worked out well?
So apparently this happened in Minnesota tonight, y'all, during a baseball game. And it got so bad that this thing appeared. Look at this, y'all. Are y'all kidding me? That dark rainbow, that dark arc? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see all that flashing? And this just happened in Florida too. We had a lot of flashes here. This rainbow thing was seen all over Minnesota. Check it out. Y'all see that plasma bouncing off of it? We were just talking about this earlier, weren't we, right? It says 65,000 people are without power in the area. But look at all that flashing going on. Check it out, y'all. Wow. This is literally like a camera. Y'all, look at that sky. Look at that sky. And they had to cancel the concert, and there will be refunds given. Look at this, y'all. Look at that sky. Bro.
Why the world look orange like that? It is spooky. Spooky.
And then this was the sun the other night, y'all. Look at that. Are you kidding me? When I tell you these times are amazing, these times are amazing. And the sun just barely entered Leo, y'all. Things are going to heat up. It's not even in Virgo.
Nibiru out front, and that's the million miles, it's millions of miles of debris field. Dust, sulfur, smoke, meteorites, hailstones, you name it, it's in there. But also the planets that are supposed to be circling the planet is 6, I believe, and then Nibiru makes the 7th planet. You know, and so you can see the planets lighting up around it, and this is way in the distance. You know, someone online threw us a bone, and I was there to get that bone. And so here go your bone. And so as you're gonna see, Nibiru has a cross out front, and it's called the Planet of the Crossing. I'm not making shit up. You know, I'm not just throwing out something for views. This is real. So you're gonna see that cross in the end time flashing in our sky. Some people will, some people won't. Some people are gonna see an image of Jesus Christ. Watch. There it is again. And that's Nibiru coming down. It's only gonna last a minute in the sky. Look how light it is. 6 planets plus Nibiru make the 7. Right? And you're gonna see it, and it's just gonna disappear. And then we're gonna keep showing it because that was the most excellent capture right there, you know, of this. So you can see the fiery big round planet out front that people is catching in the sky. You can see the white illuminating. The sky is not cracking, or the dome is not cracking. That is the light from this fiery damn planet appearing to be white. But as we saw close up in a high-powered telescope, it is a fiery, blazing damn planet. You know, and so let's check out some more. Right here, someone just recently caught this, an image of Jesus, but in the Nibiru light. Here it is again, a cross going across the sky. You know, all of it has something to do with the planet. You know, and just like I keep trying to say, if any of it is fake, then you forge the fake part, and you make another video and you show me how I faked this or anybody else faked this. It ain't. It's 100% dynamic. Everything else in it, dust, particles, hailstone, everything God is going to rain down on the people. He said he's going to rain down. And it's something about this debris field. It's accurate. It don't miss its targets. So it's going to hit targeted people. So here goes the debris field right here up close. And see how it's hurling and turning just like that was? All of those are meteorites. So you can zoom in on any one, just capture one or a couple on and get the brightest one, and you'll see that they are hurling rock. That's Nibiru out front, and that's the millions of miles of debris field. Dust, sulfur, smoke, meteorites, hailstones, you name it, is in there. But also,
I'm not gonna lie, this is interesting. Let me know your guys' thoughts below on this one. Make sure you add the timestamp so I can know which video you're talking about, guys.
Wake up and listen.
Whispering Nibiru is creepy times 10.
It gets creepier. I googled it and found a lot. Namely this. Nibiru is a planet listed in the writings of Zecharia Sitchin, particularly his book The 12th Planet. According to Sitchin's interpretation of Babylonian religious texts, a giant planet called Nibiru passes by Earth every 3,600 years and allows its sentient inhabitants to interact with humanity.
Don't they like a reptilian?
Which Sitchin identified with the Anunnaki of Sumerian myth, would become humanity's first gods. My favorite internet encyclopedia says there's supposed to be a collision. The Nibiru collision is a disastrous encounter between the Earth and a large planetary object. Believers in this doomsday event usually refer to this object as Planet X, or Nibiru.
The bot's gonna say it's just a cartoon, but the real gonna know what they just heard about Nibiru, bro. Wake up and listen.
Whispering Nibiru is creepy times 10.
It gets creepier.
Wake up and listen.
Bro be hitting us with those Hail Marys. Hey, that's crazy. It was on Scooby-Doo, wasn't it? Shout out to Zizzy Conspiracy for that.
Earth will soon have 2 moons, and the last time this happened, big things went down, and they were not necessarily good.
Mini-moons are little cosmic hitchhikers that get pulled into Earth's orbit. In this case, it's an asteroid. The last time this happened was 2020, and we all know what happened then. The time before that, 2007, with the global financial crisis that peaked in 2008. And sure, you could chalk this up to coincidence, but what about the ancient civilizations that described the chaos that followed a twin moon? Ancient Babylonians and Aztecs told stories about what would happen when two moons were in orbit. The Babylonians closely observed the sky for omens, and when a second moon appeared, that was often a sign that the king would face danger and would often predict the fall of an empire or a change in leadership. With the Aztecs, the appearance of an abnormal celestial body like a second moon meant the gods were displeased and would often precede natural disasters like earthquakes, droughts, and this was a big reason they practiced certain rituals. If you know anything about the Aztecs, you know what I'm talking about, but basically schmacrifice, rituals that were meant to appease the gods and prevent further disaster. Even ancient Chinese folklore talks about twin moons as an ill omen. They were often associated with chaos, upheaval, or change in imperial dynasty. Are you seeing the pattern here? This could mean a major shift is coming. Share this with someone who needs to know, because if this tells us anything, it means that things could get interesting. The second moon is coming September 29th and will orbit for 53 days.
Earth is about to get another moon. Yes, we're gonna have 2 moons. A mini moon will start to orbit Earth this month. It's an asteroid that's being pulled in by Earth's gravity. Researchers have been tracking the asteroid called 2024 PT5 since August, and they've mapped out its path. Starting on September 29th, it will start to orbit the Earth, much like our moon does, but in the shape of a horseshoe. The asteroid will have negative geocentric energy, meaning it can't escape Earth's gravitational pull, and it will become a so-called mini-moon. But they project it will eventually leave Earth's orbit on November 25th. So we'll only have 2 moons for about 56 days. This isn't the first time this has happened. An asteroid called 2022 NX1 became a mini-moon in 1981 and 2022, and it's gonna return in 2051. And 2024 PT5 will return as our little mini-moon in 2055. Unfortunately, you won't be able to just look up and see 2 moons in the sky. Amateur telescopes won't work, but
you know, they're talking about 2 mini moons, but we can't even see it. Oh, man, this is extremely fishy. We're going to dive into this one. This is definitely a weird and strange one, but we'll get to the bottom of it on these dark waters.
2 moons is a huge sign.
We're all hearing about the extra moons that's supposed to be coming in and all this.
2 moons is a huge sign.
We're all hearing about the extra moons that's supposed to be coming in and all this and that. But I've been talking about this shit. But let's get into it. You see where it says Nibiru will rise with the sun at sunrise in the east, and it will look like a new star in the heavens. But as the days go by, it will grow bigger and bigger and eventually eclipse the sun, right? They say it is a planet larger than Jupiter and red in color. It has a comet-like tail of debris. It also has moons, okay? It has ushers, y'all. It has moons accompanying it, right? So you think this is by mistake? Hold on. Y'all see the red skies. The heavens will burn brightly and redly. There will be a copper hue over the face of the earth, and it is, followed by a day of darkness. Don't know when that's coming. A new moon will appear and break up and fall, right? This is just the beginning of the destruction. People will scatter in madness because they're going to hear that loud screeching trumpet noise they already hearing. They will hear the trumpet, the battle cry of the destroyer.
September 29th, 2024, a small asteroid will temporarily become Earth's second moon. From the breathtaking landscapes of Nepal, you'll have a prime viewing spot for this extraordinary event. Though it might be too small to see with the naked eye, it's a fascinating opportunity for astronomers to study.
I want y'all to see what's going on with the moon in this video over here, y'all. This right here was in Omaha, Nebraska. So, what is this over here? Because that's not the moon. Now you can clearly see that is the moon because it's smaller. It's smaller than this object over here. This thing over here looks like a projected light, like a flashlight that's projecting itself into what we call Earth. Y'all see that? And y'all see like the difference in luminosity. Like you see how much brighter this thing is over here. Now as she was taking pictures, this moon was literally rotating around whatever this is. Check this out. Look, here it is right here to the right or left of the moon, depending on how you're looking at it. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? And the clouds are going through it. How does that make any sense? Here it is over here is another picture. Look at this, y'all. And y'all see this over here? Now it's on the bottom. Like, what sense does that make? What sense is that? And how is it some clouds are behind this thing and some clouds are in front of it? Y'all see what is going on? This is in Nebraska. This is crazy because everybody's seeing different variations of what they're calling the moon. But again, I've been telling y'all, that's not the moon. So if that's not the moon, y'all, what do you think it is? What do y'all think it is? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. I want y'all to see what's going on with the moon in this video over here, y'all. This right here was in Omaha, Nebraska.
For anyone who is uninformed, starting next week, the Earth will have not one, but 2 moons. That's right. Starting September the 29th all the way up until November the 25th, we will see 2 moons in the sky, one large moon and one mini moon like so. Now, we all know the moon controls a lot of things like hurricanes, the tide of the ocean, gravitational pull. What's going to happen if another moon enters our orbit and messes with our gravitational pull? At first glance, scientists thought.
Some people argue that there is no such thing as gravity for entertainment purposes only.
Maybe to end the Earth. So if it's arriving next week on the 29th, who's to say it'll stop? My next question is this. Once it does enter our atmosphere without crashing into our planet or our actual moon, how's it going to leave our atmosphere in 2 months? There hasn't been much talk about this phenomenon, but this is the first time in the history of man that we're going to have 2 moons outside the Earth. If you don't believe it, go to Google right now. Google a second moon coming to the atmosphere on September 29th, lasting until November the 25th. I don't know how that works. If it's not a real moon, then I guess they threw something up there and that's just what we're going to see. Let's just hope it doesn't absorb all the moon's gravitational pull and we all fall right out of the sky. Wouldn't that be a beautiful disaster?
Talk about fear mongering. Oh my God. None of that's going to happen, y'all.
Okay, until we see 2 moons in the sky, tell me in the comments below, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think the moon will come and stop and we'll just see a large moon and a small moon orbiting around the Earth? Or do you think that rock is going to crash into our other moon and move it out of the atmosphere and Earth will lose its gravity? Or do you think that rock is going to... Let me know what your thoughts are.
This is starting to seem like some type of distraction, if you ask me, from something bigger. And it sounds like it's not going to be literally 2 moons. It's going to be like look like a normal star. But who's to say it's even out there unless we have the equipment to see it? So if you got a powerful telescope, you definitely would be able to know more about it than someone that's just looking at it with the naked eye, because it might just seem like another star in the sky. Let's keep going, though.
Get your ass in here and sit down. Now, I know y'all been waiting on me to touch on this here. And I've been kind of hesitant because I'm sick and tired of the fraud. I'm not saying that this event is not going to take place. That's not what I mean. When I say I'm sick of the fraud, I mean I'm sick of the fraudsters playing in our face. Now, first, let's just start off by saying that September 29th, they're saying that we have another moon that's entering our atmosphere that will be here until mid-November sometime. First of all, how the fuck do y'all know this? Because I no longer believe that y'all have these calculation abilities to calculate what's going on in space. Y'all done told too many lies. And what happens when a child out of their parents 50 million 11 times, they don't believe shit you say no more. And then what really got me is they said once it leave in November, it won't be back to 2050, if I'm not mistaken, 2030 or 2050.
They said 2055.
Something like that. How the hell can y'all see that far off into the guy? Something ain't adding up. I'm calling inside job. That's what I'm doing. I'm calling it right now before anybody say it. I'm calling inside job. They putting it. But don't forget, they put the first one here. Now, whether it's plasma, projection, or a secret base, a rock, I don't know, whatever it is, they put it here. Now you finna put another one here. Hell, everybody about to be flooded out. I don't know what's going on. Because you know they say the moon control the tide. Now, you know, you finna put 2 here, so the world finna be underwater. If that's really how it go. Let's just say that. Now, on the other hand, let's hop off into a whole nother realm right now. What if it's some sort of spacecraft? Let's just entertain the fact that space is real. What if it's some sort of spacecraft coming through and this is the introduction, this is the disclosure that we've been looking for? I'm just saying, what if? Said, what if? And see, none of it really sitting right with me because I remember myself, before my last page got banned, it was on my last page. I came out here one morning, the morning after I got my iPhone that I have now. And I was filming the moon, and there was another one sitting next to it. It was a moon. It was smaller, but it was sitting right next to it. And it looked just like what you see here, except it was oddly shaped. Somebody need to stop playing with the film strip projector. This shit out. Now to my Starseed family, if this is y'all and y'all coming to get straightening, don't wait till the 29th. We ready now. So bring your ass. Y'all get y'all ass out of here.
It might be a spacecraft though. That's a good point she brought up. It might be a spacecraft. Project Nibiru. Could it be Nibiru? We might need to dive into Nibiru on this episode to add some validity to this small object that obviously it isn't going to be a giant light, you know, but we should dive into that.
Google, tell me something going on without telling me something going on. Y'all remember I was telling y'all about something going on with the moon. But check this out. Earth's new mini moon will orbit our planet for the next 2 months. A mini moon? Earth is set to gain another moon by the end of the month. A small asteroid that will be snared by our planet gravity until the end of the year. Now check this out. Y'all remember y'all been saying this little piece of ass moon. Whenever you zoom in, what's really going on? Yeah, it's been a lot that's going on. That got no explanation to. That's going on. It's been spiritual. That's the reason why they ain't saying about it. Now remember, the moon was only showing as a crescent them days that I was saying that it was missing, but it was only showing the crescent in certain states. It was showing that crescent on the same side as the sunset. Only whenever the sun was about to set. And soon as the sun set, it disappeared. If you got a special camera, then you will see that it was something different in there. Tell me what y'all think about all this shit in the comment section. Like, follow, and share for more.
It's hard for anybody to grasp what you saying, and you cussing every 3 words. You know, it's like, how can we take you seriously? You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about something like that and all the cussing, man, it just is like, why? Your vocabulary has to be a little bit more deeper than that, than to throw the F-bomb, the S-bomb in every sentence, though. Don't worry, I got y'all, though.
I want you guys to take a look at something, and this is going to be an interesting video, and there's a reason why I'm in the dark right now. I want you guys, see that right behind me? See that? What do you think that is? You're in a world, right? 2024. I know you guys can barely see me, but you're in a world right now where someone can tell you, hey, you're gonna see 2 moons, okay? That's what that is behind me. That's the moon, guys. Let's turn the camera. So you're in a world where somebody can tell you, there's the moon right there. See it? Somebody can say that towards the end of this month, you guys are gonna see 2 moons, right? Wink, wink, 2 moons. But what they're not telling you is what that moon, the second moon that you will see from the end of this month until November, really is. Does anyone know what that is? I'll tell you. You won't think that conspiracy theorists are or someone claiming that Planet X is crazy. And you're going to see evidence of that towards the end of this month. 2 moons, guys. 2 moons. I'm out.
Planet X, is that another name for Nibiru? I don't know.
A quick experience to tell. So I had a dream like 4 to 5 nights ago, right? And I was working, and I looked out the window while I was working, and there was people freaking out, right? And there was 2 moons. I saw 2 moons in the sky. The normal, regular moon, it was at full, and I saw it in the sky. And to the left of it, I saw like a darker, bigger version of the moon right next to it. And everybody's freaking out, but I was more subtle and calmness, right? And immediately I get teleported to somebody's house, right? And just somebody I knew, and they're freaking out, like it was getting foretold, like there's people freaking out around me. So I don't know if God was trying to tell me something through that. I need to pray over it. And after I was looking, I'm like, be calm, it's okay. And immediately I get taken, just immediately. And I don't remember a lot after that, but I remember being in heaven. And I don't remember meeting Jesus. I'm pretty sure I did, but I was hugging people. And I'm just trying to remember it. And slowly I was getting like taught how to fly. I don't know why. Like I was flying in heaven. And really weird. But then today, 6/5/22, I'm looking up just people having dreams, whatever. And apparently a lot of people are getting 2 moon rapture dreams. I don't know the significance around it. I'm going to do a little research, a little Bible study behind it. But I'm just seeing if anybody else is having the same experiences. Because I'm in a little bit of shock. But I don't know. I know I told somebody about this dream too at my school. And I can't remember who. Really weird though. But put in the comments if you guys have seen that. Amen.
What a beautiful dream. You know, he seems like he got a good head on his shoulders, man. And when you watch so much esoteric videos and you get one of these that pop up, it's like a breath of fresh air. Like you're walking through the desert and then you finally get a cold drink of water and you're just like, you know, the living waters, huh? Look at the color. It's almost like this is the sun and then this is the actual moon. This moon is way too bright. And for this to be green, man, something ain't adding up. This is definitely weird.
Y'all, make this make sense. Listen to this. Hold up. NASA said that we are finna get a new moon. Another moon. And they're calling it a mini moon. And it's going to be from, as they say, an asteroid inside of our gravitational pull. They said it's going to be around from September 25th, I believe, to November 29th. This is the crazy part. Hold up. They said, and then it would escape Earth's gravitational pull just to come back in 2025. So this asteroid is going to be in our gravitational pull and make us have a new moon for almost a month, escape, and then come back next year? How the fuck do that work? How do that even sound? Y'all let me know how that sound. 2024 trying to close strong. And then 2025 is already making fines. This is wild to me, bruh. I don't know. It sounds sus.
Earth has 2 moons now. Earth now has 2 moons. 2. On September 29th, we're going to have 2 moons. 2. This is not a joke. It's not April's Fools. 2 moons. This is going to be our sky. 2 moons. Where's the other one coming from? For 57 days this fall, Earth is going to have a second moon. Now, there was talk about this huge asteroid. So there were warnings about the asteroid. But did you ever think that that asteroid was going to magically turn into a second moon? Like, is this the same thing? Then on Google, it's saying that Earth may have once had 2 moons. Is that the old moon coming back, or is it an asteroid? Or is our second moon? Ta-da! I've said it so many times, we are literally living in a real Star Wars movie. And maybe that's why everybody resonated so much for it. DNA memory. The Earthers are going to have a field day with this. And I can't wait to see what they have to say about it.
That's no moon. That's a Death Star. Oh.
Earth's about to receive a second moon. Now, let's talk about it. For those of you who are in tune, you understand that the moon is associated with negative energy. A lot of ladies' cycles are in tune with the cycle of the moon, all right? When there's a full moon, women tend to be a little more moody, all right? So what I want you to think about is there is about to be 2 moons. So the possibility of ladies being extremely moody and possibly unruly could be a thing. And also, since ladies' cycles are connected to the moon cycle, a lot of women's cycles might be off or definitely interrupted some way, shape, form, or fashion. So fellas, prepare for PMS on a global scale. Earth's about to receive a second moon. Now, let's talk about it.
Maybe it's just me, but I haven't noticed nothing.
Airport, right? And I zoom in. 2 moons in the sky? Huh?
So what y'all got to say about this, man? Having this year has been enough for y'all? We had a solar eclipse back in April, and we had a lunar eclipse. Now, we're about to get 2 moons. But let me ask y'all this. Have y'all ever seen 2 moons before? Like, if somebody would have said, we're going to have 2 moons probably like a year ago, people are going to laugh at them and be like, man, you're crazy. And then was just going to call the guy conspiracy theorist and all that type of stuff and just write it off and go to work the next day. But now a news source comes out and says that we're about to get 2 moons, and, you know, most people don't believe it because that's what people are programmed to believe, the news. Now, I have a theory of these 2 moons and the purpose of them, but that's for another video. But I just want y'all to see this and check this out for yourselves. What y'all think, man? It's been a wild year. What y'all think is up ahead? Shoot, what y'all think is next?
We actually have 2 moons. There's another object that's flipping around out there in its own orbit around Earth. Not as big as the moon, but it's our second moon. Been there for, since forever. And it's on this weird orbit around Earth. It orbits Earth along with our moon orbiting Earth.
Hey, that was a great explanation.
Is it really a second moon we about to be seeing? Let's talk about it, man. Peace and divine love to all the gods and goddesses, all the high vibrational, beautiful souls and spirits. What's up? So today we'll be talking about the two moons the whole world been talking about, man. Let's dive in. So understand something, family. All over social media, the news and etc., the whole world been talking about this second moon. Right here it said Earth will get a second moon for about 2 months this year when a small asteroid begins to orbit our planet. Yeah, right. I've been seeing a lot of people come out talking about, yeah, we been had a second moon, oh, that just our second sun, that's this, that's that, and etc. But understand, we barely even had a first moon to begin with. That bright ass light y'all see in the sky at night, man, is not natural to this planet. It's a whole spaceship and base for some elite creatures. Understand something, nighttime is not even natural to the planet. So in our reality, our other moon would be, you know, much brighter light, like our second sun. That's what we had. We had 2 suns, man. A regular sun that you've been seeing throughout the day, and we have a smaller one that's actually bigger and brighter, but it only looks smaller because it's further away. Our second sun. So understand that our second sun was replaced with the moon during the invasion. Our second sun looks like a sun. It don't look like a moon or nothing like that. If this was our second sun, not only will we be able to tell, but it will be much brighter and lighter throughout the night. Now, in my opinion, what I feel like is happening right now, it's a little bit before 2020 and etc. Our planet been getting back to where it's supposed to be in the cosmos. We back lining up with all the other planets and etc. that we used to be lined up with. So because of this, the sun been getting hotter. The gods and goddesses been able to wake up and receive downloads because we back closer to our headquarters, which is Sirius X. And other objects like this second moon have been visible in the sky the last couple of years. I understand that the blue sky you look up and see is just an illusion. Because we rising back in frequency, the veil is thinning, the planet is waking up, y'all will start to see things for what they are. Now, who said this isn't another planet? A planet that been natural to our solar system that we've been farther away from, but we just now getting back closer to it. Now, understand it's more objects, way more objects we supposed to be seeing inside the sky, you feel me, on a daily basis. Now, NASA will tell you, oh, this is just a meteor or asteroid or some shit like that. But in our reality, they know exactly what the fuck it is, man. They have to give us both the truth and the lie. It's universal law.
He brought up some interesting points about how that was only accessible for the elites. You know, very interesting facts. But you know, if you have the correct paradigm, you will know that certain stuff is impossible. There's certain places they can't get across. For instance, the Van Allen belt. If you have the paradigm that no one can cross the Van Allen belt, aka the firmament, then a lot gets exposed. So, you know, you got to use your discernment on these videos and keep your head on a swivel. Are they entertaining? Yes. Are they interesting? Yes. But there are some gems in here.
There's something next to the moon. There's a circle. There's a circle thing. I'm zooming in. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? What is that, you guys? Is that the face that people keep talking about, or is that a circle? Oh my gosh. It's not very clear, but what the hell is that?
What?
So multiple people all over the world last night captured faces by the moon, which is ridiculous. So the videos you're about to see are going to blow your mind. All I got to say is, give me what you got. Come on. Check this out.
You gotta see this. But you gotta see this. Okay, from the naked eye, there's nothing but the moon in that street, right? But when I zoom in, look next to the moon.
Peoples who have been watching this video. Here we go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so y'all can see this is not the camera. There it is, the face. What? That's definitely a face, and the moon looks like it's some stuff that's coming off of the moon. And zoom in, there he is. There's the face right there. This is not a trick or anything like that. Everybody's in the comments, that's fake. Oh, that's fake. Okay, it's not Hollywood, people. Yeah, so, what you're witnessing, hold on, let me get my camera. Got me shaking my camera again. Let me see here. What? You ain't talking about that. Hold up.
So this is multiple videos on December 4th, 2023. Comment below what you think. A lot of people are saying blue beam. People say that it's a filter. I don't know, to be honest.
Told y'all, man, it was that face honorary mention, but we saw a couple new ones. I haven't seen those before. But now I want to dive into Nibiru. Let's see if we can get any context of what it actually is, what it portrays in, just see what we can find on these waters. It's an amazing footage. Kind of does resemble a lion a little bit. Could this be Nibiru in action, actually flying? That kind of resembles a lion's mane flying through space a little bit. This could be the lion's eyebrows, his nose, his mouth. I said Revelation 12:3. Tied into it a little bit. That was interesting. Keep your heads on a swivel. Who did this?
Planet could be in our solar system. According to astronomers, Planet 9 is expected to be many times the size of Earth and orbit the Sun far beyond Neptune. The astronomers say that the astronomer is actually the same astronomer who led the campaign to demote Pluto from a planet to a dwarf planet. Now looking to fill that Planet 9 void, the astronomer claims that there's only a 0.4% chance that Planet 9 does not exist.
So we'll get right into it. Our first two speakers are basically going to talk on the subject of Planet X. And we have Mr. Jason Martell here, who has been talking about the Planet X for some time. As a matter of fact, 15 years. Mr. Martell holds regular discussions with NASA scientists on the subject of Planet X, ancient astronauts, and structures on Mars.
You mean structures on Canada, but I'll let you continue.
Great evidence that has shown that in our solar system, the planet Nibiru passes through our solar system.
The time of when Hubble first imaged a planet around another sun. Now, this isn't our sun, and this isn't our solar system, but this planet had an egg-shaped orbit around its star, and that was very interesting to astronomers because that was one of the first times they'd actually seen a planet that had an elliptical orbit, more of like an egg-shaped, elongated orbit. So there's been a plethora of news releases stating the idea that, hey, some astronomer somewhere is reigniting the idea that there is something in our solar system that deserves further study. There's evidence to suggest that there's some large body that maybe has caused effects in the past, and we'll discuss some of those, or could be incorporated into our planetary model now to say, yes, there's another large body out there. So we've seen all kinds of news releases coming out in the media for the idea of a 10th planet. Now, where it gets interesting is Zachariah Sitchin. He's 84 and has been studying ancient languages, Hebrew Bible, the Christian Bible, the origins of biblical texts for about 50 years. And in his research, he came across a term called Nibiru. And Nibiru meant planet of the crossing. And it was a planet talked about by an ancient culture, the Sumerians, the first culture we have record of on Earth. And they described this very large planet in our solar system.
A NASA telescope discovers a massive object orbiting a distant star.
It's not like anything we've seen before.
Whatever this thing is, it's big. It's bigger than any planet in our solar system.
It's beyond human scale.
Evidence points to an artificial structure.
This is truly amazing. And if this structure is real, we're going where no one's gone before.
Hey y'all. So
I want to start off by just explaining the second moon is the esoteric, it's also not a tradition, but it's a powerful symbolism of transformation, conscious shift, and alignment, planetary alignment. It's much more than just something that's happening. So I want you guys to pay attention to the deep spiritual growth and the cosmic recalibration that's going to be taking place. What makes this special is that second moon is actually a stargate, kind of like a portal for higher dimensional beings, known as light beings, beings of higher consciousness, coming into our realm. This signifies these beings bringing advanced spiritual energies from the beyond dimensions, and their goal is to assist humanity to bring a phase of planetary ascension. Just imagine a mass conscious shift in a moment of a time, like boom, it happens all of a sudden, and now everyone has higher wisdom, inner understanding above and beyond what they can ever imagine, and they now have energetic upgrades. So I'm going to try to pack in as much information as I can. This is going to be a pretty lengthy video, so I just want you to brace yourself, but it's going to be worth your time. Trust me. So for 57 days, the second moon will represent a stargate. During the sacred window, because this event is sacred, humanity will experience new levels of consciousness. The new frequencies and the vibrational energies will kind of set the stage for a mass spiritual transformation. So this is our opportunity to be opened up to higher realms. However, with the second moon arrival, we'll experience something called light code activation. Now, a lot of us have been on light code lockdown. Now, what are light codes? They're energy patterns and frequencies encoded in our DNA and those that have DEA, just waiting to be turned on, basically. These light codes carry ancient wisdom, multidimensional knowledge, and they hold the seeds to, well, for higher spiritual awakening. The activations are made possible through help of higher conscious beings. They'll be here to guide us through the process of helping us raise our awareness and our intuition to new heights, really. Remember, all of this is happening within a 57-day period. The second the moon is here, which is supposed to be a powerful time of soul expansion. By integrating these light codes, we'll be able to raise our frequencies and align with the new energies that's coming into our realm. Now let's talk about cosmic realignment. So in esoteric teachings, the moon was tied to subconscious, emotional, and intuition. Even though the time flow of the second moon appears to be signals of major realignment, the Earth energetic grid is being recalibrated. So get prepared. So the Earth energy grid will be recalibrated to higher frequencies. The realignment will bring divine masculine and feminine energies into harmony, both physical and in the spiritual realm. The second moon also represents the reawakening of ancient energies from the civilization like Lemuria and Atlantis. These ancient cultures had deep connections with the cosmos, guys, and their wisdom is believed to return during the cosmic realignment. During the 57 days, we are going to be given an opportunity to realign our own energy field with these higher frequencies, unlocking the ancient wisdom of our ancestors. So I want to talk to you guys about the Merkaba, and pay attention because this is very important information. The Merkaba is a sacred geometric structure, often called a light vehicle, even a spiritual spaceship. It is believed to help facilitate travel between dimensions, allowing the soul to move between planes of existence. Now, during this 57-day period, the second moon, the Merkaba, is activated within individuals who are integrated with these frequencies, the new light codes that's coming in. This light vehicle allows multidimensional travel and spiritual protection, and it can accelerate your spiritual ascension during the journey towards your ascension. Aligning yourself with the second moon energy, the Merkaba enables us to navigate these energies and shift cosmic realms and the realignment while all of these spiritual things are happening here on Earth. Now, some of you are saying that the second moon is Nibiru, and I just want to be clear. You got to pick which one. Is it the sun that is Nibiru, or is it the moon that's Nibiru? My honest opinion, and from all the years in my spiritual walk and studies, the new moon is not Nibiru. It's a stargate. So I hope you guys are still with me, because I'm still trying to pack in as much as I can for you guys. Now, the appearance of the second moon signals that humanity is ready to co-create with the higher beings. What are the higher beings? The light workers. I mean, you guys call them angels. I mean, you guys call them ancestors. It doesn't even matter at this point. Everybody's about to witness what's going to take place. These higher beings are going to usher in a new area of peace and wisdom and unity and higher consciousness. We will be reminded that we are divine nature and the role of us co-creating within our new energies. During this time, we will be able to reconnect with ancient wisdom from the Lemuria era and the Atlantis. The civilization had highly advanced spiritual knowledge, using energy to heal and understand the cosmic cycles. The second moon might even reactivate Earth's crystalline energy grid, bringing back lost knowledge and wisdom that can help guide us through the current planetary ascension. Now, I want to talk about the numerology in this 57-day window. So this is a time for rapid spiritual change. The numerology number 57 is significant. The 5 represents the transformation, and the 7 represents the spiritual awakening. And together they create a powerful combination of soul shifts and activations of higher consciousness. Now, during this time, we may experience heightened intuition, vivid dreams, and deep synchronicities. So I want you guys to prepare yourself For some of you that are just coming into this knowledge, this may sound very strange to you, but it is very real. You have to ask yourself, why are we getting a second moon coming into our realm? Some of you guys will be saying the moon is fake, it's a fake moon. I'm just hoping you guys wake up, because they want you to believe that. So I hope you guys are still with me. I'm trying to wrap this up as quickly as possible. So the second moon acts as a catalyst for all these changes, allowing us to transcend beyond our own limitations of our current dimension and step into a higher plane of consciousness. The cosmic realignment in the second moon will be an amazing experience. This is during a time where some of you guys are going to realize that everything that you thought you knew absolutely nothing. This is what's about to take place. Some of you guys will be walking away from the faith that you've probably been in all your life, because there will be no denying of the truths that you're going to be faced with. What does the Merkaba and Atlantis and the Lemurian Atlantis has to do with all this? Absolutely everything, because there's nothing new under the sun. So in the esoteric teachings, the moon governs the subconscious and emotions, the intuition and the flow of time. That's going to have to be for another video. The arrival of the second moon signifies cosmic realignment, Earth's energetic grid being recalibrated. I'm just going over some things to a higher frequency. This realignment will allow you to balance the masculine and the feminine energies within the Earth. That is very, very important. It is going to create harmony between the spiritual and the physical realm. The second moon will also begin to form synchronizations within this realm, also activating ancient energies back into our realm. From what I was shown, even the soil will be renewed. Better food is coming. I don't know exactly how it's going to unfold, but better food is coming to humanity. So for the 57-day period, in this time frame, the energy grids is going to be realigned. So some of you guys are going to get light code activations just from the energy grid being realigned. Almost. So a lot of you are going to be wondering why I'm bringing up the Merkaba, and you want to know if this is your first time what it looks like. You guys are going to be seeing the Merkaba like in your sleep, walking around, and those are light code activations that you'll be receiving. You'll know it when you see it. I'll put it in here, what it looks like. Some of you guys have probably seen it so many times, and if you have, then that would be a good thing. Also, second moon is a direct connection with the Merkaba, and because it is a stargate. You guys may call it a portal, but it's a stargate. Stargates take you from one dimension to the next dimension. The Merkaba is a spiritual vehicle that you need. Some of you guys talk about the rapture. Also, your Merkaba has everything to do with the Lemurian and Atlantean knowledge and wisdom. Also, we have a firmament on the top of us. We cannot leave out of this dimension without having a Merkaba. You guys got to figure that out on your own. Go down the rabbit hole. At this moment in time, there are no more dummies. Everything is right there at your fingertips. Now let me get back into this Lemurian and Atlantean esoteric teachings. So the celestial bodies were seen as a direct link of divine energies and higher dimensional knowledge. Second moon it does symbolize the return of the Lemurian and Atlantean ancient wisdom that was lost and now is being reawakened. Some of you guys are going to start remembering exactly who you were in previous lives. Some of you guys are going to be activated. You're going to remember that you were here multiple times. You're going to be able to replenish the earth. So many things are going to be happening for civilization on a grand scale. So this cosmic energy is going to trigger reactivation of the crystalline energy grid of the earth, bringing back the wisdom in the ancient civilization era in our planetary ascension process. This is what's happening. There will be light code activations going on like crazy. Some of you guys are going to realize that things were not what you were taught. And this may be hard, but the energy is going to be here. Some of you guys won't even remember, because we're actually stepping into what we call the new earth. This is a vibrational thing, and I just want you guys to be prepared. This event that's coming for the 57-day period, it will return to ancient wisdom from the Lemuria and the Atlantis, as well as a period of deep spiritual wisdom from ancient Egypt. In other words, the 57-day window is what they're telling us. From what I'm hearing, is going to be a longer process. Going to be integrated with all these upgrades. There are going to be a lot of supernatural things coming into our realm, and what a great time to be alive. Now, for some of you guys that like to use biblical scriptures, go ahead and go to the book of Revelations. You can also find this Revelation 6:12, Joel 2:31 for the also Islamic eschatology. You can also find all of this information in reference to the second coming of the moon, Hindu and Vedic astrology. In the Vedic astrology, dual moons in mythology, the Mayan and the Aztec cosmology, dual moons in mythology and spiritual awakening or cosmic shift. Also prophecies of celestial phenomenons in the quasi-moon and the mini-moons. Dimensional reality or collective consciousness. The return of the cosmic cycles and the emerald tablets of Thoth. Astrological interpretations as well. So to sum it up, what I'm saying, you will find this in every esoteric knowledge. All Christianity, Bibles, every religion, you will find this event.
Man, that was along with Merkaba, Atlantis, Lemurians. Man, she's saying it's not Nibiru, it's a Stargate. Stargates only go out of dimensions. Let me know your guys' thoughts about that one. But I would be lying if I told you I didn't feel a shift in energies coming. That was before I even knew this was two moons. I was saying this back early September 1st. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Seriously, empower yourself. Partial disclosure. I mean, what's the difference between partial and full at this point? I mean, you know, go on the internet and look at the sky cams of Nibiru. You can see it, whether you're in Costa Rica, whether you're in Chile, whether you're at the South Pole, you know, whether you're at the North Pole, whether you're in British Columbia, all the cams see it. You need more information than that? You need somebody from Fox News to read a script and tell you, hey, folks, there it is, and then you'll know for sure it's there. You don't trust yourself to know? I don't know what to do about that, guys. I don't know what to do about that. You know, seriously, empower yourself.
We on Nibiru. Let's bring a little bit of Nibiru into this video, man. Then we're gonna call it. And I'm gonna send it.
Oh yeah, covering up that airstrip. What the heck? That don't seem suspicious. That don't seem suspicious at all.
They are covering something up.
Yeah, let's just cover up the black space in the sky. Oh my God.
Bro was in that Ford truck. I can tell by the mirrors. Oh no, that was a Chevy. It was definitely a Chevy. Man, those new trucks look nice, man.
Wildfire smoke, and again, when he panned up to the sky, it looked like two suns there temporarily. Here I took the same image and I modified it just a little bit just to see what it looked like, and it sure enough looks like two suns there. Normally I would say, oh, that's just some sort of a reflection, but I can't say that because this is just a direct look at the sky. I mean, it is what it is. He's outside in the middle of a park, not around any windows or windshields or glass of any kind. He just pointed his camera up to the sky, and this is what it filmed, and the sky was full of wildfire smoke and still is today according to the map over at zoom.earth. Now we're going to go from South Dakota down to Kentucky. This starts off with a video that also has some narration.
Kind of hiding, like it's non-distinct.
And what she's talking about in this video is what appears to be a second sun over here. And this video was submitted by Anthony, also from May 17th. Like the video from South Dakota, both of these are from yesterday, May 17th. And you can clearly see what looked like two suns. This looks very similar to the video from South Dakota. The sun's just in a slightly different position. And notice the two reflections up here at the top of the photo. See the two reflections? There's not one, there's two. Generally, in videos that involve the sun, there's one primary reflection that you always see. It's in every single photo or video of the sun. Not typically two like that. Here's another angle of the sun as it's going down below the tree line here. And notice right here, the sun's up a little higher. Notice the photos, how they are different. They were taken at different times. This photo here shows the secondary object below the sun at around the 6 or 7 o'clock position. And in the next photo, you're going to see right there that the sun's a little closer to the trees over here, meaning that the sun went a little lower. And this object appeared to remain in the same place. Notice here how it's right there. And then the sun dipped down, or at least the bright sun, what appears to be the brighter sun, dipped down, and that thing stayed in the same location. So it's kind of weird. I will say that. There doesn't appear to be any type of window or glass between the camera and the sky. Looks like they took this outside.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that they digitally edit this or anything. I believe legitimately that there was two foreign objects in this sky. One is the sun. We don't know what the other one is. Your thoughts below.
from a patio. I don't know, guys. Here's a couple of modified versions of these still images, and they're just weird. That's all. You don't normally see photos that involve two suns like this, especially when the sun is behind wildfire smoke from two different people that don't know each other. One gentleman from South Dakota, and then these images by Anthony out of Kentucky, and they were both from May 17th of 2023, and they were just filming the wildfire smoke. And what appeared to be in the sky were two suns. And this is the modified versions of the secondary still image as the sun was a little bit lower. See how it's lower here? Compared to the other image right there, the sun's a little higher, and these images here, the sun was a little bit lower, but the secondary object appeared to be in the same location. So highly bizarre photos coming out of Kentucky and South Dakota, and we're not done yet. Here's another one out of Colwood, Kentucky, involving the sky and something in the sky. Photo by Casey Reeves, sent in by Spencer from May 17th of 2023. Check this out. There's some sort of a anomaly over here in the sky near the sun. Look at that thing. How about that? You don't see something like that every day. And we're going to go in and take a closer look at this sky, this anomaly that's in front of the sun, and the sun is back behind this thing. Look at that. That is super bizarre.
Damn, it looks like something's reaching out, like some type of antenna or a tentacle or something. What is that?
As well. Looks like a giant beehive in the sky. And again, the sun is behind this thing, and it's the only thing like it in the sky. And you can see it's moving with the sun. Notice it's in a different location than the first photo. Look at the first one is away from this tree line here, and you're going to notice in the second photo, this anomaly, whatever it may be, seems like it's following the path of the sun. Watch how close it is to the tree line in this next image as we come to it right here. See, it's almost touching the trees, not literally, but it's behind the tree line in this photo, indicating that it's moving through the sky with the sun. And again, the sun is back there, and we just saw photos of dual suns in the sky from Kentucky and South Dakota, and then we see that in the sky. But in all fairness, I have different photos of the sky from yesterday from Kentucky that turned out just fine. Again, these photos were at different times. This photo by Ann out of Kentucky, May 17th of 2023. You don't see two suns there. These next photos were sent in by Papa D out of Gilbertsville, Kentucky from yesterday, and these don't show dual suns. They look like normal photos with a little bit of wildfire smoke camouflaging the brightness of the sun. It's kind of dimming down the corona, and you can see the sun itself. Here's another photo by Sue out of southwestern Michigan showing the wildfire smoke. Another photo by Sue out of southwestern Michigan. This one here has a little more activity going on. You've got some colorful clouds and maybe something going on over here, but it definitely does not show two suns like we saw in the previous photos. Also have more photos from the Dakotas. Dusty out of southeast North Dakota from yesterday showing the smoke in the sky, and it was from North Dakota. But again, these were taken at different times, but all on the same day. And
yeah, those are some interesting photos, especially that one in southwest Michigan. Look at that. The colors are just beautiful. Let me know your guys' thoughts below what you could possibly see in this.
So no one knew that Nibiru, the planet of the Anunnaki, was a refugee planet? That's why there's so many different species of extraterrestrials that commingled and mixed to form the first Nibiru tribes. So let's go through the history of Nibiru before they ever came to Earth. Who are the Anunnaki of Nibiru? What color are they? How are they? What do they look like? Well, to get to that, we need to go back in time to when Earth was called Tiamat. And Tiamat was also the name of its reptilian queen, the queen of the constellation of Orion. So we have Earth, Tiamat. When Nibiru, the rogue planet, was coming in for the first time and got caught in our sun's orbit and trapped into our solar system, it was heading for a collision with Tiamat. So the reptilian queen Tiamat and all of her children and all of her population evacuated the planet Tiamat, that is now Earth. And they went to another planet of theirs in the constellation of Orion. This is Orion, okay?
So Nibiru comes in, smashes into Tiamat. Tiamat forms into two separate entities, the moon and Ki. Ki is another name for Earth. And all the other debris that was left over became the hammer bracelet. The hammer bracelet was in fact part of Tiamat, just as the moon was. And this is the history of the celestial gods, the celestial bodies. Once Tiamat and her 60-foot tall dragon reptilian children and population went to Orion, they all went and distributed themselves in different planets, several mixing and breeding with the Lyrians, Arcturians, people from Sirius B. In fact, they created another hybrid species, which were the first to go and live on Nibiru. Once Nibiru, after thousands and thousands of years, had settled after the collision with Tiamat, this is when hybrid children of the reptilian and other terrestrial beings, they were being treated unfairly. They were kind of like the underdogs. They were cast out because they were neither or of each race. And they weren't accepted from the origin races that they derived from. Sad but true. So the children of these people and these people decide to go live on Nibiru. And the people that came here, some were red, some were blue, others were green, several had feline features. Long story short, Nibiru was founded by an interracial species. None of them looked alike. None of them were the same. You could start a lineage, but if you off and mixed with another type of extraterrestrial species, here you go, creating another hybrid. So now you have all of these refugees here on Nibiru. And what do? They start forming tribes. There are tribes all over the planet, right? Then, as all other civilizations, these tribes start warring with each other. The next step was that some tribes united to create an alliance. And here we have the alliance of North and South. And this was the huge battle of Nibiru between North and South. And this is the origin story of how they populated Nibiru and what race the Nibirians are. As I've said previously, a lot of the depictions that we find in the movie Guardians of the Galaxies coincides exactly with the description of these populations. In fact, I think that the movie in general got inspiration from all of these ancient stories because it's just identical. Now, if
all right. People say that people on Nibiru are saviors. Other people are saying they were refugees. I don't know. As soon as you start talking living in planets and constellations, you lose me. But it would have had a little bit more validity if they said beyond the ice wall. So, but it's just, hey, I guess it was story time.
Nibiru, check this out. It comes around the sun right here, and then here we go right there. That's us right there. That's where it changes our pole right there. Breaking news, TikTok, the orbit of Nibiru. Check this out. It comes around the sun right here.
All right, yeah, that's about as much as orbiting solar system as I can take in one video, man. It's just like, as soon as you're talking about space and all this orbiting, and it's just like, yeah, yeah, I can't. That's all I got for today's video, man. I tried my best to dive in Nibiru, man, but some of those theories and hypotheses just be all the way out there, way out there. And I just do my best, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to keep your head on a swivel. And yeah, man, just keep that sword and shield on you at all times and have those eyes of discernment, man. Be able to distinguish fact from fiction. And I appreciate you guys for rocking with me on this video, man. This was a long one. This was a banger. A couple gems in here, man. I hope y'all saw them. I have fun on this one. But tomorrow, we're going to dive into nanoparticles, baby. So, yeah, I look forward to doing that one tomorrow. And, yeah, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Be sure you hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. Make sure you at least drop one comment. I don't care if you drop 5 of them. Talk about every single part that, you know, if you got something to say, timestamp that boy and comment, you know. But at least make sure you drop one for the algorithm. And I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow. And I don't know, man. I do want to get another live in, but there's a lot of stuff I got on my plate right now, and I definitely want to maintain my trajectory right now of posting at least one a day. But we are going to try to go live in the future, and I love you guys. God bless.